What? Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Where? Where? I don't see him. Oh. I thought I need one more glove. But I don't feel like farming Exo Cocytus anymore. I think the shop only has 4. Yeah. Alright. Open the notepad. Bump. 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 There we go. Oh. How's it going, Zurich? Also, Goku, did you get any food? Did you eat, well, either of you eat your dinner? Assistance. Also, it finally happened. The group I had running, the change, the Yukata near, they also ran into the same thing. I'm gonna try it with 2 daggers instead of well, I'm debating on either trying it with double daggers or do I didn't try out Street King, but I think I might try with like either double dagger 1 harp or do like aquamarine axe, stamina axe, and see how that feels. Because I don't know why, like it'll run, like it'll be like 1 out of 10 runs. It'll just, my team just dies and doesn't they just do whatever. Gravecraft, Yamato, Necromancer. Door. Luchador. Alright, so we got Kengo done. So that's clear. Next up is just shaving. Correct. The sword. The aquamarine sword. How dare I call it an axe? Shame on me. It's very clearly a sword of a fake Grand Blue player. It's been a while since I've done a big switch up like that. Well, I mean, kind of. There's the quote-unquote katana from Celeste for Magna 3. Definitely not a sword-shaped object. Man, I need 1 more fist from Cocytus if I want to get like the double, like the 2 fists done. And I don't know if I should keep grinding for it or just cut my losses and carry on with life. Oh, what was the other class I said? We have Crystar, we have Yamato. Actually, Spartan goes underneath them. I think Yamato's is more important of that. To be honest, Yamato might even get bumped up to here. All the Hololive fans that weren't okay before are now okay again. Oh, is she back on hers? Did she start up on her channel? I need to go digging because I heard. I think I read somewhere that Sana had started streaming on her stuff more regularly. I forget what her handle was. Her handle was. Started back on her previous channel. Nice. You see, I'm such a big fan of that. Like that people are loyal to the person rather than the brand. Cause like it's such a it was such a weird thing in sports to like watch people be like they'll have like a favorite player of a team and then the player will move to a different team either due to the team trading them or them being like, you know, I want pay raise and stuff like that, and another team offering it or just a better opportunity to play with people, and then people would be like, oh, you're terrible, and I'm just like, well, you sure didn't root for the team when they were playing for them, but then now you're saying that since they're not on the team they're not your favorite player anymore. Like, I'm confused. But I'm glad to see, and like it was a really big thing with the esports too, right? Like when esports started being a thing where people were kind of just moving around teams more and stuff like that. It was a case of, again, people would be like, oh, this they're my favorite player. Then they'd move team and they're like, ah, boo, they suck. And it's like, well, are they? Then they're not your favorite player. Then you just like I've always been more of the individual rather than the group when it comes to this sort of stuff. So it's really cool to see that with like Hololive and stuff, when a member goes for whatever reason, and then they go back to their original channel or they start again under a new name and stuff, like they'll go find them, keep supporting them, rather than being like, well, they're not in Hololive anymore. Shrug shoulders. Alright, so Shield Sworn's the next one. Once I get 105 built up, then I'll Ultimate Mastery the next one. Yamato for sure. I don't know. There was another class that I wanted to move up that I forgot. Cryosaur, definitely. Spartan, definitely. Necromancer, definitely. Luchador just for memes. I'm kind of curious if the fist means that the next like melee wielding class is going to be more Ogi focused. Robin Hood, because I've seen that go up. Asperas, because I was too lazy to spell the name. And then just the rest of them in whatever order. Wait, was it Glorybringer? I think Glorybringer was the other one. Oh wait, no, I already Ultimate Mastered Glorybringer. Who was it? There was one more. Remember Sana went back to her previous channel for a bit when Sonic Shadow Generations had come out. Or she continued. Yeah, cause like, what is it? I used to watch I think I caught one of her streams like a long time ago when she was doing like art stuff again. But it was kind of like the same issue, right? Of why she stopped with Hololive because of the health condition, the health issues with her back. Like, I just think that unless she can get like a special setup, she might not be able to just stream consistently. Especially if it's like a spinal related thing. Mm. Honestly, I can't even think of what else it was. I still need to finish unlocking all the EX classes. I guess I'll add that under like low priority. Cause I don't have soldier. I don't think I have the torturer either. Which I saw someone taking light torturer with the gold moon dagger, the one that just got buffed, into Hexa. I didn't watch the whole video though, because I was like, well, I'm never using torturer because I'm too lazy to farm all the mats for all the stuff. I still feel like that dagger is probably gonna be pretty good for like an Omnioji. Because I feel like with Omnioji you can get the stacks up to 5 like in 1 or 2 turns. If you're running the buff skill that gives them uplift. But yeah. This is kind of like the game plan here, is save up for shield sword, which I think we're at like 30 something. I'd have to check the stock here in a second. Once we have enough for that, I know I still have like 2 months, but I'd rather have it and not worry about it. Gonna do Yamato, and then after that, just go down the list, right? Yamato, Cryosaur, Spartan, Necromancer, Lucha, Robin Hood, and just ultimate mastery things all the way through. Yeah, we're at 44. Those stack up a lot faster than I was expecting. To be fair, I've been getting like 10 plus more often than not, even when I don't MVP, which has been pretty nice. Sheep VA used Tormentor for doing Super Baja, Solo, and Earth. Managed it with 4 seconds to spare. That's all that matters. Still got it in. Let's go. Bro, the stamina to be able to stick with the fight for that long, though? Jeez Louise. Because that's not full auto either. Like... Bro, that's one of the things I hated about doing, like, Celeste was... When she first came out, definitely didn't have a setup for soloing, for full autoing it. Even though I still haven't, I have to retest mine. I kind of scuffed it up the first time I tried. And then I didn't try again. But, whatchamacallit, having to sit there for like 20 plus turns of just manualing through, like, it's just I just don't want to. That's one of the other reasons I don't tend to like go into the long fights for that much, because it's just like you have to just pay attention for so much. You fuck up once, you're just dead. In most cases. Also, in hindsight, I should have been hosting my Bubs and Belials for building up for the Ascension for Fire. Also, fucking Yugu still does not want to give me swords. I got another harp today from my dailies. I'm actually starting to get annoyed. It's worse than even Colossus, because Colossus I have enough for the swords. I still haven't gotten another axe, and I don't think I got another axe from today. And then I've gotten 5 staffs, so we're doing a lot better. 6 dragons will die immediately due to everyone farming for the wonder. I should do that for, well, I guess for the ones I don't normally do. Usually I just solo the 6 dragons. I have full auto teams for all of them. But that is a solid point to be doing. Do you think, because we're supposed to get a new menu for the pro skips, do you think they'll give us like new pro skips like sooner? Like maybe, I guess 6 dragons might be on the menu for the next ones. I'm gonna dread when they add the Ennead ones, because I'm assuming all of them have the same, are gonna have the same caveat. You have to solo them. Well, probably kill them a couple times and then solo and then whatever. Because I haven't been touching the Ennead raids like at all, except for like Tough Nut. How many songs are on this playlist? Or radio? Oh, only 50 songs. That'd be more than that. But yeah, I've been trying to. Well, I haven't been doing the solo quests for Wellness, but I've been doing my daily, just beating up Wellness, Wamdus, Elier, and then Lua. Wellness is because eventually I need to do Mugen. Well, basically, they're really all because Revan host materials, but also trying to get the Manatura from Wellness and Lua, which I haven't checked. I still don't think I have either of them. And then whatchamacallit? Eliar and Webness, we just don't have anything. It's mostly just for hosting mats. I need to start doing Galleon too, though, for Siegfried. Give a skip for solo version. I've been saying since forever, it makes no sense that we have pro skips for raids, like multiplayer raids, but we don't have pro skips for all of those like solo fight raids that they made. All the carbuncles should have a pro skip for all of that. All the like twin element fights, those should have pro skips. The 6 dragon ones would also be, it'd be nice to have. Like, I would honestly, I'd be perfectly content if they never gave like pro skips for the actual raid for the 6 dragons, but they let you do a pro skip for that, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, when you think about it, it's like you have to do those solo anyway, so it's not like you're taking raids out of the pool for stuff. Not like that'll stop people anyway from like jumping in, but it's just like, it makes no sense to me, honestly. It just doesn't make any sense to me how those haven't been like touched. I'd even be understanding if it was like, if they were like, hey, yeah, we plan on doing this, it's just not very high on our like agenda, and I'd be like, fair, but at least we'd know it's coming. But I don't think they've even made a mention of pro skips that are next. But yeah, I don't know. It just seems really weird. Carbon swimmers, you can just fight endlessly. Backing on the skips and already. Like the others, they get their own separate thing. Well, I mean, they did that after the change though, because those used to be raids with a cap. Like that code has to be bouncing around somewhere. Like I doubt they just deleted it. And I don't think it'd be very hard for them to reinstate it if that's the case. Like they could just be like, we decided to make these like pro skips, so they're now just limited. Or they could just literally do it like the Angel Halo. Angel Halo has it. The pro skip that just runs it, what, 100 times or something? You can run Angel Halo all day if you want, but there's still a pro skip for it. So there's still like systems there that they can use. You could just, and it's capped to daily, so you could literally just be like, all right, once you've killed like the carbuncles in these raids this certain amount of times, you now have this one button that automatically kills them all once a day. There you go, free XP. So I think like there's like obviously the coding for it is like the script for it would have to be, you know, leave it up to them. And it's like it's because part of it is I think it's like also just the limitations of having to code things for a browser game has its own limitations, and I think it causes issues with that. But I don't know. I just feel like it's weird, personally. To be fair, it's not like there's a lot of the skips anyway, and all of them make sense. Right? We have a pro skip for the regular Omega raids, the high level Omega raids, the Magna 2 raids, the Athena class raids. Like all stuff that you either want anima and stuff from, the host and uncap and stuff like that. Then we also have the skips for the maniacs for the Xeno, or well, yeah, the Xeno and the other one. Like they have done it for like solo stuff. I just find it weird that they haven't touched some of the other solo stuff because I just feel like it makes sense. And it would give kind of incentive for newer players to go see those fights. Personally, I really liked Gilgamesh's fight. I used to fight Gilgamesh just for fun, like just because I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Like watching him do all of his stupid shenanigans. But I don't know. I mean, the only reason I'm not super surprised is because they're also fights that you don't really need. Well, I mean, like you kind of make use of the animas for the trades for like the little flame things and the orbs, right? But it's so rare when you have to do that that usually you have enough of those animas just from events and shit anyway. But I don't know. That's just a thought. To be honest, I want them to do something with the carbuncle weapons. That's my copium. That's my copium for 2025. Is that they're gonna come out with like they're gonna take the Mark II system from Revens and apply them to the to the carbuncles, and then which will flip them into Omega modifiers, and then just we'll all rejoice because we'll have more weapons to fuck around with for free to play players. Will it happen? Probably not. Probably not, but I can dream. I can dream. I still find it so funny how they introduced like free to play primal for people who had like the primal summons but didn't have like the weapons, and then they just killed it almost immediately after. At least for like fire and light, you had it. I don't remember if Marigna's weapon that they added was actually any good. But I remember Hector and Prometheus were huge. Like the chains, like I remember the chains were insane. Like when they added them, the chains almost rivaled the Crimson Finger. Like good. Actually, I think it might have been slightly better. There wasn't a water unit in new ones. I'm fully expecting a water unit at Ledge that would have been perfect for Guild Wars right as Guild War ends. You mean like how, what is it? Didn't they do that for the Dark one? It wasn't like a Ledge character, but I think Light Anne, right? They released her like right after Guild Wars, and then when we looked at her kit, we were like, she would have been perfect for Guild Wars. What the fuck? Oh yeah, I remember the bows. Yeah, actually no. Yeah, Wind used the bows too. I wonder, like, watch it even then. They just, side games just be like, what do you mean y'all get another water character? Y'all ain't getting nothing. Y'all got Yatima, Gabriel, Europa, Selmer Tefnut. Be happy. Like, look at all that we've given you. Y'all eating good. Go in your corner. Alright, I need to see if I have enough for this. How many do I need for Buster? Like 230, right? Yeah, 230. We're at 140. So we're under the 100 mark, so we need 90 more. Not looking too bad. Oh, we're at 88 for Veritas. We've had a pretty good turnout already today. I feel like I should be using my Street King game for this. I feel like that'd be faster. Yeah, I need to set up the team with Ragazzo. I need to figure out a team for Siegfried. This one's fine. Oh, yesterday I was able to hit 100 gamma stacks at 10 turns. Perfection. That was so good. That's so nice. I was like, perfect, as everything should be. 10 turns, 100 stacks. Technically, it's 10 stacks, so you get 10 per, but still, you know, same potato. We were chilling. Yeah, this is. I want to do this, but this has to wait because I need to finish 5-starring all of my other opuses before I start using materials for this, or hoarding materials for that. Because all of them need Tears of Apocalypse to. I think I need what, 20? I need 10 for the last 2 weapons, and then another 10 for the 2 keys, the 2 pendulums. I'll probably just get the stamina one, call it good. Actually, I've been debating if I should change the key on my water staff because of the axe. Right? The Leviathan axe that exists. So, like, the stamina mod's kind of diminishing returns. Actually, you know what? My other thing, I really want them to just finish making the summons of the same like series playable, right? Like I would very much like for them to finish up and make Leviathan, Chev, and Celeste have playable versions. Colossus would like his uncap, please and thank you. I'd like for him to become a beast. We only ever got Marigna from the Carbuncle line. Like, please? Whale? Anubis? Bro, playable Anubis? Oh my god. We've had Athena forever. Haven't gotten anybody. I mean, we've gotten like what? Athena Ball from that line. Have we gotten any of the other ones? No. That doesn't count. It's not the same. It's still Vera. If she doesn't have multiple arms holding weapons, we don't want it. Yeah, we got Athena, we got Ball. Technically, we have Lich. Technically, quotations. But I remember everybody thought we would get Odin playable when they added Chevalier. Still nothing. Like, Odin and Granny are like the two I would want from this line to be playable. I feel like they'd look fucking amazing. Playable boat waifu one, Gib. Like, for crying out loud, we have pseudo playable Kieran and we're gonna get playable Huang Long. Like, come on now. We have like 30 different versions of playable Grand Order. All the primals are now playable. Raphael took like 20 years, but he's here. I mean, the Enneads have seasonal versions. Come on now. We deserve a playable Odin and Granny at this point. Granny. I deserve a playable Gilgamesh at this point. Hand it over. Angry face. I'll take the after 30. Oh wait, no, not that. 70 plus. Unlock the new world. Yeah, I need to do set up a team for the world to at least like join in. You know, I really wish the Revan fights had all just been like characters, right? Like, I think it's really cool that, you know, you have Mugen, Siegfried, Siete, Cosmos. And like, don't get me wrong, the boss models for Diaspora and Acacia are pretty cool, but I still think it would have been kind of sick if it was all just like playable characters that we have. Like, somehow they could have made that work. That would have been kind of fun. Also, I wonder when they're gonna pick up on the release of the Colored Knights. I haven't really kept up with the story, so I don't know. I know we've fought like the White Knight and the Purple Knight. I think were the last two I kept track of. Like, as in recent ones. I've been waiting for the Red Knight to be playable forever. Like, he was alongside Michael, who I've been waiting forever to be playable. And I have Michael, but I feel like they just kind of forgot that for playable characters. And, like, the Red Knight was definitely one that would make sense to be playable. Oh. What we get? Another harp. Nice. Needed more of those. Yeah, I think aside from that, I don't really have. Well, that and like SSR Ryan, I guess, are probably like the only characters. You know what? Actually, we're gonna do that. We're gonna look through in a second through the SR characters. just to see. Wait, is it crimson? Oh. Oh, Scarlet Knight is. Bro. His armor just looks so cool. I'm gonna put this on pause. Look at this. Look at this. He'd look so sick. To be fair, it looks really similar to the Black Knight's cost like armor, but still, he looks so sick. Alright. That's our characters. What do we got? Let's see. Yep. Almeida as SSR when? I remember when there was that one event where she helped reforge or do something with Vasaraga's scythe. A lot of people thought she was going to get an SSR version. Bartola, I have his SSR. I've never really used it though. Delaford got an SSR. That was insane to me. That caught me off guard when he got one. I do have it too. I do have it also. I'm kind of surprised they never gave Jolly the like an SSR version. I remember using her back in the day. She was a really good like SR character. Back when they were still 5-starring SR characters. She was one of the ones that got it. Oh, Galadar, bro. The homie with the big shield. I'm still so like caught off guard that when they gave Goblin Mage SSR. I know like she was part of the story, but I wasn't expecting her to get an SSR. That was kind of cool to see. Fina getting her second SSR version after people have been crying for so long for it. That was also kind of nice. Her kid didn't seem too bad either. And unironically seemed to synergize pretty well with Goblin Mage because it was based off of debuff numbers, which makes sense. One of these days, I'm sure they'll actually rebalance Herja's SSR summon to be usable. One of these days. Copium. I was so excited when she got an SSR version, and then it was bad. Like, it was so bad. Which is so surprising, because she was such a popular character. And usually the popular characters get pretty good kits. Not to mention, isn't Herja's lore portrayed that she's like so strong that she has a hard time controlling her own strength? Or something like that? Who else? Who else did we want? I say for the most part, I think most of the SR characters I want to play SSRs have like SSR versions. They're just not very good. Like Laguna's not very her SSR versions. Her SSR version they implemented like the same problem that her SR version had. That it was based off of the stack. And then instead of like, which to be fair, it's not like they don't know how to make characters that work off of stacks. But then they just made her bad, which was unfortunate. Meanwhile, there's Leona, who I own. I'm pretty sure I own all of her versions. I know I own the Yukata version, which just randomly has Red Heitzer running around with a rolled up tatami mat pillar thing. That's another character. I wonder if you'll ever get a rebalance to be like usable more than just extremely niche, or if you don't have anything. Mariah, please game. Buy games, please. Playable SSR, playable when? Strong SSR, please. Rage. Boom, boom, boom. Ryan obviously already lamented how Icarus should have just been him. Sig's another one. SSR Sig win. I also find it hilarious how in both of her art, for like, then like, actually I think in all of her art, yeah, she has like a spear, like a harpoon, in all of her art, but her sprite only has the saber, falchion, whatever it's called. Actually, looking at it, they did a pretty good job of giving a lot of the SR characters playable, or like SSRs. Daja SSR when he was someone who I used to use a decent little bit. His SR version in Dark. I didn't have very many options when I had him. I actually like his model. He's got like the dual axe berserker look going for him. Big fan, big fan. Um, oh, I guess Karen would be another one. I'm pretty sure if they ever like dropped like an SSR Karen, I know at least like 4 people who would go insane. 2 of which don't even play the game anymore, and if they found out, they would come back just to like pull, just to try to get her. That's how much of a fan they were for that character. Mm-hmm. Ah, yes. Event Olivia, which I'm still surprised they haven't added that event as a side story. Because I have a friend, good old Dusko Dancho, who she missed that event and cries because she really likes the Dark Angel Olivia. The Dark Angel Olivia event, like skin basically from it. And I was just like, oh. I remember sending her a meme once, one that I made just because it was just funny to me. Where I took the meme of the guy, right, who he's just like, he's got like his hands on his face and he's like, oh yeah. Like that kind of expression. And then I just put 2 crimson scales like on his back, and then Summer Olivia's like event splash art like in the background, and then I just sent it. And I was just like, imagine not having these. Oh, it was so good. Mm-hmm. Oh right, because there's like Valena, right, who went from like an R from gacha to like an SR from an event, having an SSR that's actually like usable. It's like budget Nahan, but still, we'll take it. Ah, yes, Event Zeta. Back when she was considered a potent character. Event Zeta was. Event Zeta, I think, was like one of the first. I think, yeah, Event Zeta and Event Zoe were, I think, like two of the first like SR characters that we were like, wow, power spike. I remember when they got added, it was just like, wow, yeah, no, they're pretty strong. Uh, it's making me nostalgic though, looking through this from the eras of trying to figure like digging through your SRs to fill your teams out. And then like looking through the collabs that I missed because I didn't play. Like I didn't pick up the game when they happened, or I wasn't playing at the time. Makes me sad. Like the Sakura Wars collab. Oh man, if that ever somehow randomly got added to side stories, that'd be great. One of the characters in it, I like the way it looks. I think some of them even have their like their mech. I'm curious what it takes for them to like yeah, basically convince uh like a collab to be a side story. Because it's obviously not all of them, right? Because if it was all of them, like for sure the One Piece one would have been in side stories by now. There's no way with how big of a fan that team is. I'm so glad I have a Yukata Urulumaya though. I think that's like the only version of her that I like the way she looks. I think I own all of them except for the regular light version. Because I know I have Dirt Urulumaya and I'm pretty sure I have Holiday. And I know I have Yukata, but don't have the light version that they released. Which is fine. I wouldn't use it. I only really like her Yukata. The Holiday one's not too bad. She looks like a reindeer. But the Yukata skins are always like really pretty. Very big fan. I don't know. Yeah, looking back on it, it's like I almost feel kind of like I feel not sad, but I feel like really nostalgic of like when you like realize the era of like SR characters are over. Which I mean, fine. Honestly, don't really complain too much. I like the playable like just SSR characters. Better to have those than something that you'll never actually use ever. Because to be honest, like aside from a very few of them, most of the SSR characters you can still use them in most setups. You just need a decent grid to make up for it. They gave Summer Tanya a bonus pose and nobody told me? What the hell? No, get out of my way. Pretty sure I have Summer Tanya. Yeah, see, I'm still missing one fist. Karais. Yeah, I do. Not leveled. Time to get her leveled up. Tanya is like low-key probably one of my favorite characters. Like designs. I'm a very big fan. He's not a like favorite enough to beat out my like top 5, but definitely honorable mention status. See, I even have her out. Oh right, I was using the R version for full pendants. It means I need to find another R character to toss in here. Sorry, Pingy. Got that one. Oh, I guess Vikala. Or whatever I do end up getting, I can just toss all the EMPs at her. Well, after I level it up, because I hate the fact that like you can't just toss a bunch of EMP at a character once you get them. That you still have to like level their EMP stars up. I feel like that's such an outdated system. Look at that, look at that. How could you say no? How could you say no? By being a sociopath, that's how. Ironically enough, I think I own both the Yukata SR version and the Fire version of Usis, but I don't think I have her Wind Yakuza form. Now that I think about it, I think that's like one of the other like 5-star standard characters that I don't own, and then she's in Classic Draw, so I just never own her unless they give me like a Classic Draw ticket, select ticket or something. Rip. Dream. Wow, they gave a lot of these bonus poses. I'm surprised. Of course, Summer Jin doesn't have SR doesn't have a bonus pose. He's not cute enough. Hmm. Bro, I forget that Halloween Mimlimel looks like pissed. Like I forget how angry they made her look in that Halloween art. Cause she's always had like the sleepy look or like the I'm like half dead like look going, but the face, especially in the base art, she just looks so mad. She's looking like she's just so done with everything. Like, why am I even here? What is this? Oh, Wolf and Rennie. When did uncap when? I remember. Oh my god, Wolf. I think I got Wolf and Rennie when they first came out for the SSR version. They were so good. They were so good when they first came out. I need them to get an uncap that just makes them disgustingly powerful again. Yeah, I need to get those New World harps. That's for sure, though. I think when I get one more Leviathan dagger like uncapped, I'll probably try to do a setup with with whatchamacallit, using my Gabriel dagger that's like uncapped, or like that's not uncapped. Probably start looking at some of those. Mm. Wait, Summer Vassaraga has built-in triple strike. Guaranteed triple attack. I didn't know that. Summer Vassaraga is probably one of the only characters, one of the few characters where I was like, like I want him because he's such a. I just like collecting Vassaragas, but I would never use the actual skin for it. Like I'd skin him with the rugby skin from the April Fool's event. That skin is like 10 out of 10. It's so good. Oh, that's. I feel like his like summer version. Oh, his summer version just looks like something that could have been great if it just had like a couple minor tweaks. Like if it's two, which is what gets reset when he Ogies, just changed, like dealt damage or something, and it wasn't just sub all and tank and counter and guts. Like I feel like he would have been a beast for like hard content. Because the rest of the kit's not too bad. He's got guaranteed triples, 15% boost to max HP when above 25% HP. Debuff immunity and dispel immunity. And when below 25% HP, all allies gain 30% fire damage lowered at end of turn. In an Ogi setup, he's just permanently sub-alling with tank and counter effect. He takes reduced damage, and defense is boosted once you hit his 3. And then every turn that he has after you activate his 3, he casts his 1, which is 30% charge bar, and heals himself. Like, it's really not that bad of a kit, in all honesty. I just think that if it wasn't for the fact that all his 2 does is just give him just sub all tank and counter with guts, he probably could have been really strong. But in a world where like Wamdus exists and Water Vein exists, I don't think he's good. Like he'd still probably be usable, but as like a seasonal character, uh, a little too weak, a little too weak. One click fairy with Dargan Gabriel. I don't have out an arm. I think those are one of the few versions of hers I don't have. Yeah, I think her two like summer seasonal versions I don't. I think I own literally everything else. Pretty sure. Hey, Viking class champion. Water. Interesting. Yakko man. Oh, two axes with one Auburn fist, two Leviathan daggers, and a double Leviathan. Can work with two Wamda spears. That's the Necromancer grid they have. Main-handing, well, it's main-handing a fully ascended Opus weapon, but two Wamda spears with triple attack AX, or multi-attack AX, with an Auberon fist, two daggers, two Leviathan axes, the Ultima staff, and Kung Fu staff. One button tag team. Oh, with Diaspora fist main. I actually think I'd be able to. Those are high investment here. Low investment, less setup. That uses the main hand though. Cryosaur. I mean, I could, but I'd be too lazy. I guess Bubs. Baja? Oh, Lucifer. Oh, this one wants three Leviathan deck. Probably could do this on OG setup. One button, so I'm assuming it's. Yeah, have MC use their Celestial Genesis and their go one. Oh no, it's literally just use the buff, the Hoagie buff from Ninja. Oh yeah, because it gives CA reactivation when you use it with 7 or more seals. I guess it's time to dust off Romeo. Just, I don't know if I'd be able to. Might have to do some testing going into Guild Wars a little bit. We might do some testing on. Might just be some testing on Guild Wars itself. Because I was like, when's the next free day that I have for it? Which would be Wednesday. Wednesday night. And that is when Guild Wars starts. So, well, Guild Wars should already be underway because it'll be like. Because I have like I have 2 daggers. Let's see. I have the 2 daggers. I have staff, but I don't have cunning. So we'll have to see if that affects anything. So we have 2 daggers, axe, Gabriel's blessing. I'll probably just swap that with an Ultima. Funfu staff, which I'll just swap with a. Call it. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I would call having a full limit break celestial weapon low investment. For like an average, I guess like for like a medium player, sure. Like someone who kind of actively plays the game. Like maybe not like super hardcore where you're like, 40 boxing every Guild Wars and stuff. Because like for instance, I have like after this next Guild Wars, I'll have 2 full limit break celestial weapons, if not 3, depending on how lucky I get. Probably not 3. I mean, I'm gonna try to get the other. I think it's like 400 something mils what I need. But like, that's a pretty big power spike. I mean, for me, it's like it's fine. It's whatever. I'll just use my axe instead. Especially considering that I'll get uh slightly more attack out of it. Because I don't plan on using the Gabriel staff. I'll use the Ultima sword. So I'd have like 2 axes. Yeah, I guess I'll try it out. I have to figure out what to replace the 3rd knife with, because I doubt I'll get like 4 knives before then. I just finished uncapping one and I haven't got another knife since. I still haven't done my daily host for today though for Leviathan. I got so wrapped up in doing full autos for the Exo Cocytus to try to see if I can get the last, well, I get the Wonder leveled up and get the last glove. But no dice on the glove, we got the Wonder maxed out. I still haven't done 175. I will say though, at least for Exo Cocytus 160, 170, like, it failed once, I think. Or no, it didn't fail once, but like MC died on like one of the runs when I was paying attention. But it failed a lot more reliable. The running Omnimoji with like Medusa, Yugu, Alex. It slowed it down by like 2 turns, I think on average. But I didn't have to worry about it failing. But I think with the Kengo one, it was like failing like once every 20 runs or something. Yeah, I need to use Omnimoji more. Especially now that I have the Leviathan daggers made. I also need to use it in Earth. I saw someone used it in Earth with Sadala. Like, will it break Sadala? And you can get a decent number of stacks built up on her because you have the two buff skills for MC, right? With skill 1 and then the Celestial Genesis. And then you can run the Shikigami where you can get like 2 stacks with the red skill on turn 1. Yeah, I've definitely been sleeping a bit on Omni OG. I do like its sprite though. Its sprite's so good. Though, like is usually the case, I feel like I don't think I don't think there's yet been a skin that'll make me swap from being a Grand player to a Jita player, but bruh, the Jita skin is so nice. The Jita skin is just so nice. And then I think my own like favorite, yeah, my favorite skin that I own right now, which is the turtle skin from Rise of the Beast. Like, to be fair, I really like both of them, but again, Jita's just marginally better. He's swapping back and forth. Best of both worlds. Truly, truly a true enjoyer. I'm too lazy to swap back and forth, honestly. It's to be honest, it's mostly because I like MC's like I like the way MC looks with Viking a lot better. Granted, I haven't used Viking in so long, but if I ever get that class champion weapon built, gonna be Viking gamers all day. I will say though, they did give Jita the better horns for the helmet. Cause like the horns that they gave Grand just look kind of derpy with the like curve forward thing they do, but I don't know. I feel like the full front like armor just looks better to me. Even though I know there's other people being like sniffle sniffle belly button, sniffle sniffle. Also, if you play Viking and you have the default skin on and you play helmetless, get out. Get out. Get out. There's no reason to be that if you're not using the helmet. Go be a berserker. Berserker also kind of one of my favorite skins in the game, especially the first color variant. Right, it's got the black fur with the red armor. Oh, that's so sick! It's so good. Again, though, I think like having the full armor setup for ground just looks better, especially with the first color. That's why we're just running through. Just I haven't looked through like the design differences in such a long time. It's like a breath of fresh air. Oh. What do we get? Another harp. What's the loot chance? I was like, I could use the katanas. I haven't been getting many of those. Or any of those, really. Yeah, this is lucky loot. I know I got a harp from one of the runs before. But I really could use, like, more Athena swords. Swords and the katanas is what I need. This sword is, like, so useless, though. I'm thinking that's the sword where it's like, well, the more militus weapons you have, the more damage you get. And it's like, bro, you only use one. There's like, I don't think there's any single militus weapon that's good to have multiple copies of going, especially with Magna 3. Oh, I remember. I now remember. I need Rising Force. I was trying to remember, like, I knew there was one more class that I needed on top Raya. Rising Force. Yeah. Let's get the 105 locked in for Shield Sword, and then I actually don't know. These two are kind of even, actually, honestly. I think I might go for Rising Force first, just because I don't think Yamato, like, I have much reason to use it unless I'm doing, like, Hexa and Fa Zero and stuff like that, which I don't plan on doing anytime soon, because I don't have the grid set up for that. I wonder when to get the next, Paragon raids. I'm less curious about, uh, like, what the fights will actually be like, and I'm more, like, invested in the art for it, because I really liked the Paragon, where he's, like, wielding the weapons. I think that was such a good touch. I'm really curious what the other ones will look like. Because it was what, Viking, or Paladin, and Street King. Kind of curious how they'll pair it up for the next go. I'm also curious how they'll do the weapons. Well, I guess whatever they're pictured with, right? So it'd probably be uh, what is it? I mean, I say this, but then like I can't tell what fucking weapon. Oh wait, never mind. There we go. We got staff, well, staff and dagger. Never mind. Who knows what the hell we're getting? Yeah, okay, never mind. I was trying to see if like the drop pictures would show because like Viking is holding their axe. Even though the art is on Jita's is slightly different. But is it just off of Gran's art though? I mean the axe looks a little smaller than actually the model. Scrolling away. Alright, so the Viking axe is definitely It's okay. It's not an exact like one-to-one, but the Viking X looks more similar to what Grand's holding than what Jita's holding, which makes me kind of sad because Jita's art for the Viking axe was really nice because it had like the kind of wings on it on the axe head. I don't know, yeah, because it's just weird, right? Because we have like spear, staff, staff, dagger, dagger, katana, melee. We know what Sumo's getting. Like Sumo's is not a question of like what is Sumo's. Uh, nobody's wondering what Sumo's class champion weapon is gonna be. Like we just know, but like, are they just gonna do double staffs for Omnyoji and or not that Mana Diver and the other one? Are they gonna give Mana Diver a dagger? Is Omnyoji gonna get a katana? Like, I'm curious. How you gonna wield the weapons on the character? To be fair, I think the Paragon only wields the axe and sword. I don't know if he has a dagger on him anywhere. Not that it's like very big anyway. Oh, I still have no idea what the fuck I'm gonna. Oh my god! I just realized I still have to decide what I'm gonna use my illustrious or superlative weapon ticket on. Illustrious, I wish. Yeah, okay. The paladin sword just doesn't look anything like what Grand's holding. They just gave up. What'll actually end up being, considering Lucha's was a championship belt? Oh, easy. It'll be salt. What do you mean? Simple. It'll be the sumo salt. Probably that or like some sort of fan, I imagine. I don't know. That's actually a really good question though, because like jokes aside, because like Lucha, they had like a freedom to really do anything. Like Lucha literally could have been anything because they like throw the weapon away, right? Like they don't actually use it in their attacks. Like they went championship though, but it could have just as easily been like a steel chair because Lucha literally breaks the weapon. It cracks me up that row 4 has two classes that will break the weapon they're using just under two different situations. Lucha does it going into the fight, and then Chaos Ruler does it at the end of a fight. For some of his for some of their end of fight actions. So it's like what? It's like that one. Like they'll break the weapon for Chaos Ruler. I think they sit on the throne for another one, and then there's the where they just like I think it's like they do the Chuni thing, like where they cover their eye or something, and the other one's like glowing. But yeah, it's actually a really good question what CMOs would be. Plot twist, it's an invisible weapon. Like it doesn't have a model. Then you just barehand everything. Which some people would probably actually enjoy, honestly. Because like for instance, one thing I don't like about, for instance, Monk is how the if you have a weapon skin on and you're using the base skin, it's only on one arm. The other arm doesn't have it. I don't like that. But like if Sumo's was just basically an invisible skin, I would do it. So yeah, this sword getting broken after Yugi with the celestial sword. Yeah, it's so funny. It's so good. I remember getting cracked up watching because there's a while that I would use Chaos Ruler with Lord of Flame main hand, and then just watching it break Lord of Flame, I just crack on the ground. I'm like, do you know how expensive that is? You know how many of those we've gotten? One. Stop breaking them. It's so good. It's such a good animation. Yeah, like a lot of the MC like classes, especially in row 4 and row 5, have some really nice animations. Row 4 in particular, though. Like, I like the Spartan thing when you're low health, right? Where you're, like, you know, it does, like, the shield wall maneuver. Like, they had such a good time with those, making the row 4 stuff, honestly. And you can tell. You can really tell. Like, you can't... Like, I just feel like you can't come up with something like just making a class that just literally, like, grabs its weapon and breaks it going into a fight and then being like, come on! And not be having fun with what you do. Honestly, I feel like it's just not possible. Like, because those little animations that's just the type of things that, you know, you as a developer would be like, man, if I played this game, this is what I would want. Like, kind of thing. Like, you have to be enjoying what you do, I feel, to do those kinds of things. That's really cool to see. I think that's one of the reasons that, like, Granblue, like, people that stick with it, you just get, like, endeared by it, because you can just kind of tell the passion they have for the game. Which is insane, considering how long it's been running for. Actually, wait, what is the oldest? Gotcha. Still active. Okay, October 2024. What do we got? Hawkeye Impact 3rd. And a release date of 2016. Pretty sure that's younger than Granblue. Integral Factor, that one's 2017, younger. Fate Grand Order, 2015, that one I think is around, it's pretty close. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, I'm assuming they're talking about the first one, because there's no way. There's no way that Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the second one was 2015. There's just no shot. The first one, I'd believe it. Wait, is it? Hold up. No. Oh, that sucks. The first one closed in October. Okay, yeah, the release date for that one was like 2019. Yeah, for the second one. Oh, that sucks. I really enjoyed the first one a lot more than, well, to be honest, both were actually pretty good, but I enjoyed the first one a lot. I was really invested in it. I like the pixel graphics. Rip. Bites the dust. They had really nice character designs. Brave Souls, 2015. That's that old. Sheesh. I didn't realize that one was that old. Oh, One Piece Treasure Cruise. That was one I could never really get into. May 2014. I think that one kind of trumps. So, when did Granblue Fantasy release? Yeah, March 10th, 2014. Just barely beats out Treasure Cruise. Treasure Cruise was a game I always wanted to like try to get into, but for some reason I couldn't stick with it. I don't remember if it was just the gameplay, because I liked the art. Like the little like small version arts was pretty good. But like I just couldn't stick with it. I honestly couldn't tell you why. April 2015. Falcon Battles, also 2015. Okay, Puzzles and Dragons is 2012. I don't know if that's ever shutting down. At this point, I almost believe that you like Puzzles and Dragons is probably gonna be the gacha game that just survives longer than everything else. There is no way they are out here putting fucking Vindictus as a gacha game. Get this list out of my face. Talking about it was January 2015 over in Japan, July elsewhere. Yeah, I was going off of their like yeah, they're either JP or Chinese release date because a lot of them came over to the West like a year or so after, like anywhere from like half, like you know, like that, about like 6 months to a year after. But yeah, it's like I think for the current gacha games that are still running, Granblue is one of the older ones for sure. Granted, there's still a lot of them still running that were like from a year after, but it's still pretty surprising when you consider how many gacha games like live and die from one year to the next. Every single one of these setups for Mana Diver for Sieta's Revan fight want Zeta, and I don't have Zeta to cry, and they don't have any other. Well, the wiki doesn't. Maybe the GPF guides have options. Maybe. No, why isn't it saved? Let's see. Full auto blue chest. Berserker. I think is the older setup. Oh yeah, that's way older. That's fucking the. It's got two Athena swords in it. I haven't seen a grid use an Athena sword in. Bro, it's got two Athena swords and a bowman, a Balmung in it. Oh, that's hilarious. What is this grid? It's a Berserker Agni grid with two Lord of Flames, two like Sword of Palace Balmung, but then it's also running a fully or no, a stage one ascended uh Opus and the Hexa upgraded staff. There's no way this is like this has like what? There has to be a better setup than this. There's no way. I refuse to believe it. Alright, here we go. Colossus. Two Draconic, two Shiva staffs, two. Oh, this one's definitely old. Ish. Well, old ish. It's got. No. No, actually, no, it's pretty current. It's fine. Um. Two Shiva sticks, two Shiva swords, a Colossus stick, a Colossus sword. Using one Crimson skill. Soul Remnant. I need to actually like uncap my Soul Remnant. I've been so lazy on doing that, and it doesn't really take that much stuff. It's just 10 Abyssal Wings. 30 True Dragon. Never mind. I now understand why I never got around to it. Never mind. Makes sense. Checks out. I just saw the word a True Dragon scale. It's already dead to me. I'll replace it with something else. I could probably wait. I need to check. Is this what I was using? No, I don't know. There's no way this is what I think I was using like a Viking setup. Something weird like that. Oh, mildly amusing. I forget that there was a comment from like last year for looking through the Revan things where someone was like, "We're trying to use." I can't believe that's still giving me harps. Where's my katanas? Uh, where the comment was like, "So many newcomers are trying to learn how to do the raids to get the Revan weapons. Please stop including Revan weapons into the raids." Not and like it. I feel like that just kind of like outs yourself that you're like you're actually a true blue newcomer, because if you were here when they released the Revan raids, you know they won, like they released them in an order, and the raids were kind of balanced around that order. Like Diaspora came out first, which is why I'm saying it's like technically, I'm saying it's technically like the weakest of the Revan raids, but it's also like kind of the most pain in the ass because it has the stacks where, you know, it causes the whole, well, if you're gonna host it, you need to do this sort of thing if you were like late to the party. But then like everything else, it was like, you know, they were one at a time in elemental order. So you can't really get too upset if they're putting a grid, if you're like coming in and there's a grid that's like for instance in this one, right, like it's, they're showing Mugen swords for Siete, and it's like, well, that's because you would have probably, if you were actively farming them, you probably would have had a Mugen sword lying around by the time Siete got released. Like I can understand the gripe, especially with Magna 3 being released, but it shows a bit that you really are new, and that you were, or at least like you started actively playing after all the Revan raids were out, and didn't really understand the order they were added in. Because I remember when Siete first dropped, it was literally like, if you're like, regardless of what you were playing, if you didn't have two Mugen swords, you just didn't go into that fight. Because just the way it was balanced, or at least that's what I was hearing, which is why I just ignored it at the time. It was just, that was just the case. And same thing for Mugen. Like a lot of the stuff I heard, it was just like, you're gonna want like two defensive Diaspora katanas going into it and stuff like that. That was just like a case of like different times, man, different times. Not to mention that, like, aside from like Dias, well, not even including Diaspora, right? They did give away that one Revan ticket, which I mean, from the time the comment was there, they're definitely probably someone who played during the anniversary. And even though it's kind of funny because I didn't know at the time that like, I thought the Revan raids were like other raids where the host level was higher than the join level, but I'd never like looked into joining them, so I didn't care until the Revan ticket came out, and a lot of high level players were just like, this is like the worst thing you could give to like newer players because all of those weapons just suck until they're awakened, except for maybe like the Diaspora katana. But at that point, it's like the only katanas you're running are Diaspora katanas, so the fact that it only gives you one still makes it kind of useless. The Siete sword I think was the most flexible one that they said to pick, but even then, again, they're like, it's still pretty useless if you don't have it awakened, in comparison to like just fleshing out a grid with like full limit break weapons and stuff. And again, it had the same thing as the katana. You were usually running like 3 or 4 of them, so again, only having one doesn't really do much for you. So a lot of like apparently the high level players thought it was really weird that they gave the Revan ticket, but then didn't give like awakening mats, like, you know, the mats to fully awaken it, because they were just like, it kind of just defeats the purpose. And I was just like, oh, understandable. But yeah, I don't know. I will say though, it is kind of weird, and in some cases it's like unavoidable, right? Like it's kind of weird when you're trying to do a video where it's like, okay, I'm gonna show you. Well, kind of not really, not avoidable, unavoidable. You can't avoid it, but like you're trying to show a grid setup for say like Fa Zero, and then you're putting your Opus weapon in, and it's like fully ascended. And people are like, well, we're doing Fa Zero to be able to do that. And it's like, well, it's not like they can unascend the weapon. Granted, they could also just put the Draconic in there instead, which is what I think most people were using. I agree with them saying all of them but Diaspora Katana Sector Awakening. Big Dagger and a Geisha staff at least have Magnum left. Well, they were saying it in like, not necessarily that they were bad. They were saying in comparison to what's like of like what they could give a new player that would be more stable. It was bad, because it's like, what would be better? Giving them an unawakened Revan weapon singular, or giving them like a full limit break, like magnitude Shiva staff, or like for, well, I guess Shiva staff is a bad example because Mugen sword to Shiva staff is like, Mugen swords are practically useless. Uh, but it wasn't a case of like they were like completely useless. It's just they were saying that it felt weird to give the ticket without giving the materials to awaken it, because in like almost every regard, the players that would need something like that, or that could use something like that, don't need it, and then the players that kind of do need it, quotations, like there's better things you could have given them instead of just this by itself, was kind of what they were saying. It was more of a case of like, I kind of worded it poorly. It was more of a case of like, they were just like, it feels weird to give one without the other, considering that those weapons were kind of designed with both in mind, right? Let's mention, doesn't the Sig dagger at least, doesn't it deal damage to you when you use it? Yeah, I don't know if that's particularly new player friendly. I mean, the Magna modifier is, like the Omega modifier is good, but again, it's like you give them a Fang of the Dragon Slayer. Well, because like the point is that I don't remember, did the weapon come like full limit break with the ticket? It's been so long, I don't remember. I think it. Wait, actually, I do know. I can check. Just heal it later. You'll end of the fight. You're just like on the ground sobbing. Yeah, it did. All right, yeah. Then that's like better. But even then, it's like, would it be better to give like someone? It's like, here's a full break Dragon Slayer Fang. It's skill level 15. You know, you take 5% damage every turn, but don't worry about it, right? Or could you just give them like, I don't know, 3 skill level 20 Yugu swords? Like, it was kind of more of that take on it, because they were just looking at it from like a new player point of view, where it's just like is the Revan ticket nice? Like, oh, for sure, 100%, right? Because most of the Revan weapons, there's I think, like, honestly, aside from Mugen, I think most of them, I've seen plenty of them in like a bunch of different grids. I think Mugen, I've only really seen them in like the super hard content, because those swords are just kind of niche for hard content, it seems. Like, you don't really have a reason to use them on like just even slightly difficult content. And even then, like looking at the Hexa Yamato grid, like you don't even use the sword, you use the bow. So, and even I think it's a, oh no, it's not, that's not even a Mark II, is it? No, it's just a regular one. Oh, that's kind of nice. Makes my life a little easier when I start crying in Mugen hosts again. But it was like, it was just a case of like, I could understand what where they were coming from with it. Like, it was less of a case of being like, why did you give a Revan ticket, from there, at least from the people I watched, and it was more like, why did you give a Revan ticket but didn't give enough materials to fully awaken it, when that's kind of the balancing point for those weapons. Like, that's what made them good, was the awakening. Like, basic wise, they're like okay, but when you get the awakening stats on top of them, that's what really made them shine. Hmm. Interesting. If I could get, well, if Colossus would give me more axes, and then if I could get around to farming the Mugen sword and the world forging Moros, I could technically put this Yamato grid together after ultimate mastering Yamato, because I have everything and it has Alanan in it, but you can replace it. I'll just replace him with Michael. Now the downside is it does have full limit break for Alanan, so I might need to actually have that. But it's running Yamato, Percy, Wilness, Self for main for frontline. And there's a video, you say? Well, don't mind. Curious who dies. Ad, get out of my face. I'm trying to watch if Rao comes in on the business. Alright, so the video shows a little bit more info. Wellness. Is that the multi-attack citrine on Wellness? What? Does that just give like bonus damage when you multi-attack? Because the defense one on Percy makes sense. Oh, that's so much HP though, what the fuck? Amplifies autos? Okay, that makes sense then. I was about to be like, ain't no way in hell you putting that on. What is the amp? 5%. Damn. Okay. I see. Donde? For wilderness, that's like huge because he deals so much fucking damage. Yeah, I mean, it's like it's doable. I could have it like set up because it's. I also need to ascend the whatchamacallit. Oh, we're getting close. We need another 40. Let's like transcend my fire opus like one stage. As I shed a tear watching them use the Nier Automata. Okay, actually, I take it back. I take it back. That's actually a lie. There is one skin that if I could obtain it would make me be a Jita player, and that's if I ever somehow got the Nier Automata skin. Because I will be damned if I play fucking Grand looking as fucking 9S. Get that out of my face. This is a 2B household. Well, actually, this is an A2 household, but they didn't use A2. Another A2 appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's why I was so sad to find out. That's the biggest reason I was so sad to find out that Brave Exvius shut down. Brave Exvius had a Nier Automata collab forever ago. I mean, I haven't played that in years. And it was 9S, 2B, and A2, and I went all in on A2. I was a fiend. I was like, let me out. A2 is my favorite by far. But yeah. There's an Iron Flame Majesty key. Hmm. I didn't know that. Interesting. Yeah, the key he uses the for skill 3, he uses the restoration chain to get the majesty on it. Interesting. Interesting. I really haven't paid attention to like the pendulum and chains and stuff. Aside from like the more standard things. For the opuses. Mostly because I'm too damn lazy to have to keep farming the mats to replace the things. Probably the one thing that annoys me about dealing with the pendulum system is having to farm the mats over and over again to just buy it. To be fair, I should just be hosting those raids, but I'm too lazy. I don't feel like it. I know they're just like it's just like free materials if you do host it, but I don't feel like it. Don't wanna. 134,000 max HP on this crazy person's grid. Oh, is this where Sylph dies and Frau comes into play? There she is! I love Frau's full limit break. I definitely unbiasedly think that Frau has the best full limit break appearance. 100% unbiased. Oh. Is Hexa easier to do than Fa Zero? Did I have the orders backwards on that? Quotations are on easier. I'm just wondering because I'm looking at the grids and the ones for Fa Zero or for Hexa I saw didn't have like there were grid options that weren't using like the Hexa upgraded Draconic weapons, but all the Fa Zero grids I'm looking at all have the upgraded Draconic weapons. So I'm starting to realize I probably had that order like backwards in my head. I see this Necromancer one used. Meow meow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Came out earlier, so okay, yeah. Alright, I had those backwards then. For some reason I thought Fa Zero was before. Yeah, that end time gauge that would give me brain aneurysm. Well, not really, but it'd give me some decent heart palpitations. Try to use it, dealing with it. Where if you fail omens, it also speeds it up. Yep, don't want that. Ugh, can't. I just can't. Actually, if I continue. One more axe here. We have the. Look at all of my. Let me not cuss it out, brother. Gotten so many fucking harps. Oh my god, I haven't done my TMS for the day. Maybe one more axe. Two daggers. I have one sword that I can finish out. How are we looking on animas? For Yugu? Close. Almost done. We can almost full finish transcending our Yugu. I just need 4 more. Unless I luck sag like 3 more of these, I don't think I'll be able to finish anything else. Not that I have another weapon really ready for it anyway. For Guild Wars. Close. I think we'll go for like another 30 minutes. If I wrap it up, I think I should have got enough harps to have one fully uncapped, but I don't know when I'll ever use it. Really could have just used more of those katanas, but I haven't really checked on half the time zone if I've lucked on out on more. I know I haven't been getting them from the little cache thing. Oh, there's just shields on the soundophone that I don't own. The Petra I also don't own. Wait, is this actual? Oh, this is the actual event one. Interesting. Summer Galleon and a Sleepy Potato who I don't own. Oh, because they're using him to sack because he's a sub all. Yep. Oh, you still want Petra, who I don't own. Hmm. Enyo. I have Enyo. Mm-hmm. Well, it hurt me about the swords. I'd prefer the katana, but I'll take it. I don't know if the. I don't remember how many of the swords I had already. Me looking at the Siegfried setups on the GBF guide and just seeing Transcended Neo Hobbs. Hobbs. Sobs. Bro, so many of these like Siegfried setups for blue for like blue chest thing just require characters I don't have. Like I have Neon. She's not even full limit break, let alone transcended. And then like two setups just straight up are just like, yeah, no, you need Summer Eliza for these. One of the few strong summer characters that would be nice to have, but I don't have. Or it'll be like Summer Eliza, Halloween Lich, both. Or they want like Sleepy Potato, which I don't have. I mean, I'm sure there's like plenty of other setups to go look for. Sitting there with Summer Eliza. I hope she fails you in your time of need. Hmm. The only downside is that they always want uh like they'll want like I'm kind of getting like fucked over by not owning Petra, but Petra's on Classic Draw, and I just don't ever feel like pulling on Classic Draw. Side games, please. Classic Draw select ticket win for free on an anniversary or an event, preferably an event. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like tear up a little bit when a Classic Draw character I don't own gets a full limit break and it's good, or at least like useful in a fight that I need to farm. Sobs. Oh shit, they main hand this too. Yeah. Looking at Shield Sword setups, and they want their class champion weapon. Yeah, I meant to look up other. Let me see if there's any other setups. Probably have to look up something on YouTube or something. Oh, pain. Yeah, it's because like almost like pretty much every setup here, and even on the wiki that I've seen for Siegfried for blue, like I'm guessing like quote unquote guaranteeing blue chest is setups I don't really have. Like character wise, not even talking grid wise. Grid wise, there's a lot of things I'll have to replace. Like almost every one of the grids I've seen have the fully uncapped weapon for one of the evokers in the grid somewhere, if not both. Oh, one uses like the actual. Oh wait, no, that's the primal grid anyway. I was surprised to see a grid that was using the Necromancer main hand, like weapon. Hmm. So I'm pretty sure I have Lena, but again, I don't have. I don't think I have the Korwa. I'm not even sure why Korwa is in here. Oh, and then even then, this is Summer Korwa. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. Oops. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to go in with something and just try to deal some damage before dying, and then just hope that it doesn't just get. I guess I should have been hosting it with a free mat, so I'm not wasting mats while trying that. Ooh wee. I wonder how the Siegfried axe looks like, right, for it. Oh. Hmm. Interesting. I'm one fist off, but I could copy this grid. Well, it also wants two of the world harps. Okay. Probably just place those or something else. Kept pain and sufferings. I don't have Jessica's dark version. Wish I did. Jessica, this is a dark-haired version with the short hair look. Do not have the Olden Cortana. Ain't no way, bro. I haven't seen that in a grid in like years. I think I've thrown all of mine away. Holy shit. That's insane. Grid's running like main hand pandemonium, two sticks, one glove, two katanas, one dagger, celestial, draconic weapon, which I don't own for dark. I have to go get that. And then an Olden katana. Dog, that's insane. And then Ultima weapon, the Milita staff, and the Baja weapon. That's cool. Mm-hmm. 204. Alright, with 204, I'm pretty sure we're guaranteed next, like, arcarum sandbox session to finish getting the 230 that we need. 26 more. We've gotten a lot more Veritas this time, I feel, than we did last time. Because last time when I took stock, I think we were at like 88. Where is it? Yeah, we were at 88. We're at 109, so we got 21. which I think last time we didn't have as big of a increase because I think we started at like, actually that's probably similar. When I think about it, I think we were like in the 60s. I don't remember, maybe even lower actually. Well, this was also after opening all the boxes and stuff, so we'll see what we set at because the boxes gave a lot. For Iodines, we're at, we got 16 more because we're at 118. We still have a long way to go for that. Yeah, we'll open the boxes and then work on it from there. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a dark shield sworn and just do Cosmos. Looking through the GBF guides, like Cosmos seems to be like the next fight that I can actually put something together, not just be dead weight. The Varuna grid, unfortunately. Actually, Mugen, if I can get that second katana online, also can do that. Have to do some finagling with the extra slots, but it's doable. Alright, I forgot about the Viking shenanigans where you like use Titan to eat a ballistic big boy to be at 1 HP and then just spam a shit ton of damage cuts to just shit out as much damage as you can. I forgot about that. For Mugen. Yeah, it seems once I get the second Schrodinger Katana up and running that I have pretty good options for Mugen. There's at least 2 grids I can replicate. I just need that second defense katana. A little unfortunate that the shield sworn setup is like they only have a Varuna setup for it. Because it's using the Hrassvelgar main hand. And then it's got like 3 Whamdis. Or even then, this is old too. Because it doesn't have the Yatama stuff. Like most of the new stuff. It's 3 Whamdis, 2 Mereglis, 2 Lancelot weapons. And then the Celestial Fist. Well, it's not that old, but there has to be a better grid by now. Or at least I'm assuming that's the case. And then Mana Diver is a fully uncapped Lily Staff, which I guess I could check if I have enough Lily Staffs to just do it naturally. Because that could be an option. Granted, this one also wants like a fully uncapped Gabriel Dagger, and I don't feel like doing that. I don't know what to use my superlative ticket on. I've been trying to think the entire time, like what to use it on. I literally cannot. I think I'm just gonna get like a light Excalibur and call it good. I think that's like the best weapon that will probably see some use at some point. Oh wait, no, because it talks about subbing in for Yatama. I guess maybe there's just the defensive things for that grid. Oh wait, no, never mind. That's for a different grid. And can be subbed up for Yatama. Europa can be subbed with Aaron SSR or Chat Noir. Bro, I never, like, if you told me, like, 2 years ago, or maybe even just a year ago, that Chat Noir would be like a replacement option for a hard or like a high level raid, I would have said you are on the good stuff, my dude. And yet here he is. Look at my boy. He's more than just a main hand dagger skin now, even though the karambit looks weird because they didn't like make it be held properly. Look at him, he's out here. Funnily enough, I think Erin is. I don't have that. I don't have her. Pretty sure I don't. Yeah, I've been seeing her in a lot of stuff though. The Colossus setup, I think. What should I call it? On the wiki uses her instead of Eileen, I think. Oh, no, there's a setup that I know that uses her in it. Rebounds in the 5-star did him very well, honestly. Honestly. They definitely were like, you know what? We're gonna finally make him, like, we're gonna kill the memes. He's gonna actually do something now. Look at our boy, all grown up. Be careful who you laugh at. I don't think I've ever used them a single time though. Like, honestly. I actually don't even know if he's 100. He might be. I still have like characters I need to finish full limit breaking and leveling to 100. Like I've never full limit break Rakam. Let's see, Rakam, Ayer, Lady Grey. I think there's a couple other ones, but those are the only three that come to the top, like come to mind immediately. So generally, mostly characters that don't really see any use, and I don't particularly have any drive for them. If anything, it'd be literally just to get more levels for trophies. Alright, so Mugen and Cosmos might soon be on the menu. And Siete. I mean, to be fair, Siete, I could, like, I was doing it just fine. I was blue chesting fine. I just have to remember how to do the fight again, because I haven't touched that fight in, like, a month. If not more. There's no shields. There has to be a shield sword set up for this. But yeah, yeah. I wanted to say I'll wait till I get Frau, like, uncapped, but that's just unreasonable. Frau's gonna take a while, because I'm not gonna be, like, hard grinding this. Like, arcarum sandbox, like, every single, like, if I was spending every single, like, night, right, that I'd stream Granblue, like, sandbox farming, I probably would, but I can't do that. I'd go insane. I'd lose my mind. The only reason I've even been able to keep up with doing the Magna 3 grinds is because I can full auto them while I'm studying and working on the coding projects and stuff. If I had to actually manual them, I'd lose my absolute mind. That's just too much. That's just way too much for me. I have a decent amount of, like, gacha grinding patience. Not that much. Not for Granblue. Granblue is so rough. Like, most of the things that are daily in Granblue are, like, weekly in other gacha games nowadays. Also, I was gonna end at the 30, but I'm gonna still just go to midnight, try to get a full set in, because I don't know when the next time I'll be able to do Arcarum is, because I might have to take, like, a couple, well, it'll kind of depend, but I might have to do some packing stuff on Fridays. So if I have to do, like if I have to take the day stream off for Fridays, and the night streams are just gonna be side project days. Because I don't foresee any canceled night streams unless I'm just, like, too dead tired, but there's probably going to be a couple of, like, canceled day streams throughout, and then obviously there's probably going to be about a week where there's just no streams. When I mean, like, canceled night streams, I mean, like, canceling, like, one stream out of the day. There's probably going to be, like, a week or so where there's no streams, unfortunately. So, but that's just how it works with moving. I don't know, at this point, I'm just hoping that everything goes smoothly and nothing comes up last second, or, like, after, like, in the middle of the move. All hope is for all that goes smoothly, and that whatever we get for internet is like good, and that I can and that between like I can use like the mesh network to be able to set up in the basement, so I don't have to worry about being too loud at night. But that's all stuff I have to worry about in the future. Yeah, like if everything goes out, like pans out nicely, it'll be when we move out of this house, will be also like kind of the same day we get rid of the house. Cause like I have a little under 2 weeks to make sure my area is completely clean. Cause since my area is like one of the areas the dog spends the most time in, I have to, you know, take all the extra steps to make sure that all this stuff, like he doesn't, like not in the case of like, oh, he takes a shit inside the house. No, like if he doesn't do that, I'd fucking throw him out the window end game, metaphorically speaking. If he did that, but like, you know, just general dog in area smell, get rid of that. So like tomorrow is probably the first of many days of just vacuuming, making sure all the dog hair is out of the carpet and stuff, which usually I was doing a pretty decent job of vacuuming at least like once a month or once every month and a half. When that's pretty bad. I won't lie, I got a little lazy with it recently. I don't know why. Like I don't know if it's just like if it's the coding learning thing or if it's just like a mix of stuff, but when it hits the weekend, I'm so brain dead. Like even if I have a game, like even if you see me on Discord, like in a game, sometimes I'm probably just like AFK, just staring at the screen, like in the game. Cause I'll be like, I want to play a game. Fires up game, plays it for like 10 minutes, brain just goes to sleep. I don't know, it's such a weird feeling. It's been a long time since I felt like that. Because I had those sort of reactions. To be honest, like I don't even think it's like brain fuzzy. I think it's just a case of like I just want to do something else. But like I'm so like I've so conditioned myself to just game that like I autopilot. Like my brain goes, oh, I want to do something, and then it goes, okay, doing something is gaming. Then I fire up a game, and then my brain's like, I don't want to do this. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I started just coding on the weekends just for shits and giggles a little bit. To be fair, part of it is probably also like I don't want to play what I have at the moment. Like I feel like anybody who's played a lot of games, like I feel like we all have this at certain points where it's not like we're completely over what we're playing. It's just that in that moment we just don't want to play what we have. Like, and I think it's because of the fact that Monster Hunter Wild is like a month and a half out, right? So subconsciously, like I want to play that, but I cannot play that because it's not out yet. And then like I want to play PoE 2. I watch a crap ton of PoE 2 videos, but one, I know I'm not gonna enjoy the game in its current state in early access because one, all the ascendancies, well, all the classes aren't in the game, all the ascendancies aren't in the game, the whole story isn't even in the game, all the weapons aren't in the game, right? And then that's not to mention like all the bugs and all that. Like I'd rather just wait for all that to get settled before dealing with it, like before picking it up. So that's another thing I would like to play that I can't, or like I can, but I just choose not to for my own sanity. Yeah, it's kind of just a case of like I just look at what I have, and like a part of me wants to play an MMO, but I also, bro, I already have too many things to juggle my attention with. Like I have coding, which I do like 80% of the week nowadays. Then I kind of want to keep up with Granblue because I don't want to fall off hard again, especially because I'm actually doing some good progress and getting upgrades and stuff. And they've been pretty good with events and like stuff nowadays. So, but I'm not like burnt out on Granblue by any means, to be honest. Like even this is pretty chill because it's like if I have nothing to look up on the wiki, I'll just like watch a video for people with their comps and setups and stuff. I'll just watch a video of someone cooking up oh boys on a Blackstone flat top grill. I'm watching a lot of those videos recently. Uh, I don't know, like Grand Blue's chill. I don't really mind it, so it's not. I'm not really burnt out on it. If I was burnt out on Grand Blue, we wouldn't be playing Grand Blue right now. Well, part of it is like, all right. The other part is that the game that I've wanted, I get an itch to play, is a game that I only really play for like first of like 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes. Then I'm like, I don't feel like playing this anymore. And then like 2 hours later, I'll be like, I want to play it again, which is Torchlight Infinite. Torchlight Infinite just, I don't know if it's just I'm just missing something, but it just doesn't have the depth that I expect in a ARPG. But like, it scratches the itch enough of zoom through map, kill a bunch of things, pick up loot, and leave. Cause like I can usually run like, cause like the map layouts are really small, and it's very like simple because it's supposed to be a mobile game, but you can play it on PC. Cause I play it through Steam, and it's just like I know what kind of game I want to play. It's just I don't want to play any of the ones that I own. And then like I had the itch to do JRPGs again recently, but that's too much of a time sink right now, especially with moving stuff on the horizon. Because what I was thinking of doing is there, this stuff. 114 though, we're doing pretty good with that. What I'd been thinking of doing was maybe sliding in like a weekend stream or something. Like take back up a Saturday or something, but make it like JRPG day, right? Where I just play one of the JRPGs we have, probably like Rise of 3, the third Rise of game or something. But while I was debating that was when my parents were like, by the way, we're moving. And it's like, oh great. Could have used a little bit more forewarning. Thanks. To be fair, like it's a decent amount of forewarning. It's just that it's juggling a lot of things because like we never fully unpacked in the house, but it's still mostly due to space, really. So it means we have like the house, like it's got stuff. We have to pack all that up, but it's nowhere near as bad as like what it usually is, or like in amount. So that's nice. At least for my area, the kitchen and the living room. The bed, like their bedrooms, that's their problem. I'm just here to show up whenever they're like move a box. Uh, but it's like we have to juggle packing, selling one house, finishing the paperwork of buying on the other house. Then they're also going over in like a week because they're gonna go visit my brother's family, which lives near. I think they're like an hour or something, maybe a little bit more. It's really close. It's really well. It's really good because basically it means that if I can get the job and start getting some income, I can start doing some things that I wanted to do, which is go visit places, but and not have to worry about like an emergency popping up and my parents being alone because they're kind of old. And by kind of old, I mean they're old. But yeah, so I have to juggle that, but then like to be honest, it's plenty of time if I just don't stream and like just mildly do coding on the side, but I don't want to do that. So it's a bit like, well, I'm trying to juggle coding and studying, or coding and streaming, which go hand in hand. And then on top of that, I need to pack and all that. And the issue is that like knowing my mother, she'll probably like have the packing part kind of planned out. So she'll be like, hey, I'll need your help like tomorrow or the day after so I can like plan my stream schedule. I'm like 90% sure I'm gonna like walk around the house, be like, are y'all good? And they're gonna be like, yeah. I'm gonna start stream. My dad's gonna be like, I need your help with something. It's like, I literally just asked you if you were fine. Make up your mind. Like, because he is not really good at forewarning that kind of stuff. It is very rare. So, but yeah, it's just a case that on one hand, it's like, well, you're just like, well, Mello, you have like, realistically, I have a little under 2 weeks because I have until I think it was the 29th. Yeah, I have 15, no, 12 days, right? So I have like no, but math hard. Yeah, 12 days, right? Yeah, 17. Never mind, math, easy. So I have like 12 days, right? So that's like a week, and then that's 5 days. Because that's the day that the people that potentially could be taking the house off our hands are supposed to come and inspect it, right? To give us an offer. So by then, like my room has to be ship shape set up, and like the rest of the house has to be at least like, you know, presentable and stuff. And then I think like a week after that is when, if everything's going fine, we'll get the U-Haul and then hire the people that'll like load the truck here, and then we'll go over and then hire the people over there to unload the truck. So like, while it is technically like about a month, realistically the time span I have to like get my side ready is less than that. So it's a bit of a tight window. So I have to be a little bit more on top of things, which sucks because honestly, like I just want to be a potato in a corner. That's all I want to do. That's been the urge I've been fighting for the past like month and a half while studying. Like I enjoy coding, but part of me sometimes just wakes up and I'm just like, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to study coding. I don't want to stream. I just want to be here and just not exist. Oh, fun times. Fun times. What happens in the winters? Bears want to hibernate. So, but yeah. I know the good thing though is that it's just that it's like tomorrow is kind of just cleanup day. Is, you know, get up all the loose trash that I've kind of been too lazy to pick up. Like, you know, paper towel here, napkin there that I'm too lazy to grab whenever I do trash. And then vacuum, yeet the dog into the living room so that way I can put like the baking soda down. So deodorize the carpet and stuff like that. I need to vacuum the staircase down. Like it's stuff that honestly, like I could probably get it done. I could get a good amount of it done in like the weekend for sure. It's just that I think tomorrow I'm gonna try to focus on cleaning, and then on Sunday I'm gonna try to pack like everything that I can. At the very least, organize things. Like pack away anything I don't use on a daily basis, and then organize everything else in a way that when I get ready, like when I have to pack it, it's just a grab, put, we're done kind of deal. Oh, also, complete derailing of the tangent back onto Grand Blue stuff. Goblin Mage is actually pretty good for Paragon. The setup I was using for Paragon was like Kengo Light with Goblin Mage, Summer Horus, Summer Surreal, and then with like Sandalphon and I forget who the last person in the backline was. But it worked out pretty good, honestly. Like I just took her in there because I was like, I have her and her kit seems pretty solid, so I just want to use her. And honestly, she does pretty good because you have the entire axe stance, especially if you don't open the raid like immediately. Like if you open the raid like after you get like 3 mil honors, which doesn't really take all that long, realistically speaking. She'll have her 3 stacks, so that way you're just constantly ogieing and she'll just hit a lot, so she can cover. She can like chop out a good chunk of the triggers for like the 40 hit triggers. Pretty good between her skill 2 and her skill 3. It's just the problem that her skill 3 doesn't reset on Ogi, just her skill 2 does, because it's only her debuff skills that reset. So it's usually like every other, but the nice thing though is that when he's not in his first stance, he's susceptible to delay. And a lot of times you can delay Ogi, delay Ogi, delay Ogi, and then you can just save her multi-hit skills for when it's the actual like health trigger omens. So she's actually pretty solid for that raid. I actually like using her. Now, to be fair, that's also because I don't have Cosmos. But, you know, drugs. If it works, it works. I never noticed that the update weapons icon. The update weapons icon on the wiki is it's the like the little despair symbol from the Paragon fight. The updated weapons for Mjolnir. It's just a little like disparage thing. That's so good. Bro, I love the Grand Blue Wiki. I love all the little fun things they do. It's so good. I hadn't noticed that. I had seen that it was like updated weapons, but it wasn't until right now that I noticed that it had the little like disparage icon that the debuff from the Paragon raid has. It's so good. I need to get my free crystals from the Oddling side story. Alright, this one will be the last one, and then we'll take count, update the notepad, see where we stand. We're keeping track. And then that'll be it until tomorrow, because tomorrow will be the Zenless stream at night, so I can do all of the event stuff that I said I was going to work on during the week, but then I didn't because lazy. Not really lazy. I've been kind of like tired. All right. Oh wait. Please hold. I'm pretty sure this one would get us the last one. That I was about to be like, all right, we're done, and then I saw that bar was literally like what, like just like 2 pixels away from being done. Like, so gotta simmer down now. Gotta simmer down a little bit. Can't just leave that hanging like that. Effort about to be like, dog, you gonna do me like that? You're just gonna be that close and not finish? What's wrong with you? Oh my goodness. I've been seeing some people that I follow on Twitch, like streaming Grand Blue Relink, and I'm just like sobbing every time I see it because I'm like, it could have been even better. It could have been better. Oh, they could have cemented themselves. They could have done so much with it. I honestly don't think they expected it to be like as well received as it was, at least like worldwide. And I just think they were just like, we'll just put it out there, try to recoup what we spent on making it, and then just move on. And then it was a hit. It was so good. People loved it. Oh, I'm telling you, I had hopes for Grand Blue Fest. Anniversary, come on, anniversary. You know you want to announce like an expansion pack or something. Take my $40. Well, it'd probably be like $50, but you know. Take my money. I'm still curious what they'll do for the anniversary, for the freebie from the story, because like when it was Eternal focused, we got the Eternal, like the Eternal trade in, but this one's Zodiac focused, which is why I talked about like the Zodiac pick ticket, because I'm like, like I don't know what they would do. Like I'm so curious. I'm curious of how the story will be, because I think anniversary is like one of the few like events where I actually pay attention to the story, because it's usually pretty good. Well, I mean, a lot of their story's pretty good, but it's usually good enough to keep me intrigued. You're shitting me. I have to do one more. Come on. I thought it was if you fill the bar, you would done. No, you have to fill the bar and then you have to do one more after you fill the bar. Grand Blue. Grand Blue, why you do this to me? I'm trying to wrap up. I'm tired. Let me free, please. But yeah, I'm so curious what they'll do with it. I don't know. For me, it's just if they give me a pick ticket, it's rat. Then I'm done. GG. Don't have to look at a Ledgefest banner for a while until like summer. If it's not, then I don't know what it could be then. Unless they randomly just give us like a Zodiac themed costume for the M2. I don't know how that would work though. Probably wouldn't be a thing. Well, I mean, if it did anything, it'd probably be similar to the Eternal skin, but then we don't have all the Zodiacs yet, so it really wouldn't work out the same. But like if they did that, that'd be more of like a next year kind of thing. Or it just like summons like the Zodiac animal to attack instead of like the weapons. I feel like that, oh, that'd be a really cool skin idea. Oh, that'd be a cool skin idea for if you collect all the Saints. Like if you get all the Saints and the weapons from Rise of the Beast, there's like a special skin you get that like, well, I guess you wouldn't have to, it wouldn't do through all the like the Cardinal Beasts because we already have like skins themed for them, but like you could do one where the attacks like alternate between Huanglong and Kirin or something. Kind of like how there's the fight, right, that has Huanglong and Kirin in it. Like the prod fight and then the raid. That'd be kind of interesting. That'd be good. That should be a gold bar one, right? Yeah, gold bar gun. Alright. Let's see. Sandbox. Open our treasure boxes. What do they got? 16 of them. Got a couple more Veritas. Nothing super crazy. Ideens. Some more Ideens. Alright. Alright, where are we sitting? Let's see. So for Leicester's, we're, oh bro, I'm alright, we're for sure done next time. We're at 227. I didn't realize we were that close. Veritas, we're at 124. That's a really good bump. That was what, 36 that we got? Ideens, we bumped up to 130. Yeah, the caches usually have a decent amount, so that's pretty good. The proofs, I don't think we got any more. Yeah, no, those are 440. I think Astras, did we get some from the caches? 259, yeah, we got a couple more from the caches, so not looking too bad. We'll be done with the Leicesters next time. We only need to do, I think, like, what, 2 fights and we're done? And then after that, probably try to farm the Ideens, I guess, because that's kind of like the one we're furthest behind. Well, actually, the Veritas are the ones we're like furthest behind, but I think we'll get those as we get other things, as we farm the other stuff. So I'll probably focus on trying to get the rest of these out, and then we'll just get the Veritas. I need to start doing my other hosts, my other stuff. We can get 30 a month. Probably not really worth, to be honest. Might as well just farm it out. I mean, I am at 125,000 because I haven't spent them in forever. But yeah. So not too bad. Honestly, pretty close. I could probably... No, I'm too tired. I'll leave it for next time because we'll be doing Arcarum Sandbox next time anyway. Oh, not bad, not bad. Honestly, pretty good, pretty good. All right, we're gonna say to Patsu. It's been a while since I don't think I rated Patsu since I stopped playing Apex. Honestly, so long. They're playing Apex with Haru. We're gonna say hello. I'm gonna go do my Diaspora raid and then whatchamacallit, probably do a little bit more Torchlight Infinite before I go pass out, and then Struggle Bus tomorrow. Well, I'll also do my other gacha dailies on the other ones. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. Next week is kind of when it might be in flux on whether the day streams are going to be a thing or not. So sure to keep I'll keep it updated on the Discords. in the live channel. But thank you everybody for watching. I do appreciate it. And if you hope yourself. Stay hydrated.